welcome to another Outside the Box review. Today we are looking at the Green Lanterns Classics Wave 2 Star Sapphire Carol Ferris figure from Mattel. And this is figure number 2 in the Green Lantern Classics Wave 2 series. And it's kind of an interesting choice. I'm glad they made it because it's definitely something you need in your multicolored lantern core. Though if you are just a fan of Green Lantern, not really the whole Blackest Night thing, I don't know if she's necessarily something you need to pick up. The figure is pretty much the standard female body that they do with all their characters. So it's kind of a disappointment there. They also feel very thin and fragile and kind of afraid to move joints on them. The arms are so skinny. And other parts are quite large. And it's actually one of my big problems is that I feel like the head sculpt looks a little larger than it should with all the hair and the decoration on her head. There's a lot of stuff there. And it does not come out nearly as well in figure form as it does in the comics, I think. It's kind of lacking a little bit. But it does work. It's just not really my interpretation of the character. I'm actually kind of surprised they put this one out in a mass release line. It's quite a skimpy outfit. Not that I really have anything wrong with that, but still. Do like the inclusion of the high-heeled boots. It's a nice touch. And honestly, she's a pretty simple figure just because there's really not a whole lot there. Once again, she has her power ring, which they did make a nice metallic, kind of like her headgear. There's kind of a logo in it, but it's hard to make out, so it might not be correct. As for articulation, it's pretty standard. The head will kind of move, but the hair and the collar interfere with it. Arms will rotate and go out. Upper arm rotation, bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. Legs will go out, side to side, swivel up here, bend at the knee, and bend at the ankle. There's also this joint here, and it looks like it should move, and it kinda moves, but it really has no purpose. So I'm not even really going to count that as articulation. Star Sapphire here comes with one of the arms of Stell. So this is a character you're going to need to pick up. This is a very important part of Stell. Overall, it's a pretty basic figure, and more than any other figure in this wave, I almost feel she wasn't worth the price tag associated with her. I think it's just because everything on her is so thin and kind of wimpy feeling. It feels like it would break if you put it down the wrong way. But I'm sure it probably is a little more quality than I'm giving it credit for, because Mattel normally does put out pretty decent product. Overall, I would recommend her really only if you're trying to build Stell. If you don't care about building Stell, this is probably something you could pass up on. This has been another Outside the Box review. Stay tuned for more to come.